Alright, welcome back, guys. Safi, Vixen, Pink, J Cash, Phantom Pain of my left nut. Heaven's Door, Actually Angel, Pete Live, welcome in, guys. I don't know what the fuck we were doing yesterday, but I was saving a lot in MGS3, so um, we're probably good. We'll continue. We'll get a few hours of MGS3 stuff done, and then we will be doing some co-op stuff on Peace Walker. And Vanessa Marshall is going to join us again, and some more other MGS convoys. And you guys can get your PS3s ready too. We'll see who, there'll be people all over the place and Peace Walker online. Indianos, thank you for the 86 months.
Hi. Piguru Dafuniru.
I really had to play this again. Oh well, I'll let it play. Frost play. The capture card is almost like nope during this intro for some reason. Okay, hold on. Now, for some reason, the mic is much louder than it was before. Why not? Wrestle, thank you for the 106 months. The game is probably really quiet compared to me. You guys let me know how the volume levels are. Because I had to move my mic around. Because it's like now it's in between us. I don't know if my voice is too quiet or too loud compared to the game. I think it should be about fine. I don't know. And then, hello?
Yes.
But I don't know what's going on with your voice. Okay.
My voice?
Yeah, I don't know, it's a pain in the ass. The volume levels.
You know, it's almost like this is...
Oh shit, Beat Lip, you're right, yeah, sure. So, it's the same run. So, the donation war is still going, yeah. Of course. You don't have to donate again, we didn't even get to the end. Do it, I dare you.
No.
Do it.
No.
Probably sounds pretty good.
Soon. Real soon. We can have a karaoke stream. We'll get some people on Discord.
What? Now her voice is louder? Mine? Bullshit. We were doing tests earlier. Mine was louder.
I'm always way louder than you.
Huh?
I'm so excited about life.
Okay, this is actually kind of useful percentages, Heaven's Door. So let's say we make the game a tiny bit quieter. Like that, maybe? It might be okay now. Who knows? We got the pink background. Is this pink or purple?
I'd say this is magenta.
Of course. Ask a woman what color it is. Just
It's plum. It's magenta, plum, and piss.
Can you just use normal color names, please? Wings here. Thank you. Oh, it's a tier 2 sub for 81 months. Damn, thank you so much.
It's either piss or cream of man. That's what that yellow code.
That's and what now? What is it called? Okay. Hey, Yanniku, thank you for 61 months. Okay. That's what's going on here. This must be should be before or after Sokolov. We were on the way back after the cutscene with Ocelot. Is this before or after? Let's find out. I don't know. This is before. Alright, we'll just get there real quick again. Oh, look at all these guns. All these guys are dead.
Did we
so
catch anything in the mousetrap?
This is before.
Oh, before. I'm
yeah,
so
I just have to skip the cutscene real quick.
My goodness.
It's okay. Yeah, we were just at the end of the Virtues mission, and then, like, Vanessa Marshall got in the chat and hijacked the stream. In a good way, though. I was just gonna go over some of the stuff that happens in the cutscene and the calls after it, and the mousetrap with Ocelot. I thought I saved after. I guess I didn't because there's no more save calls with Paramedic for now.
Who's Paramedic's voice actress?
Heather Alley, she was actually in the chat before. She's been in this chat too.
I love Paramedic's voice so much.
What was I doing? Oh, okay, so here we gotta do the calls, and we gotta fuck with Ocelot a little bit. Just get the mousetrap. And that was a long time ago, and she was just chatting for a little bit. But she was all sweet and cute about it. Like, we were talking, because I was actually playing MGS3, and I was calling Paramedic over and over, and asking her, like, what her favorite lines are from Paramedic. One thing that I kind of want to ask the voice actors would be, like, you know, what lines do you, like, record and then make it into the game? But the problem with that is that they probably have no idea if their lines made it into the game or not. Because I kind of wanted to ask, like, what are some unused, like, the things that this character was gonna say, right? But they don't know what's in the game, what isn't, probably.
I really like that thing that Vanessa said the other day about when she was told like the mood for the line. They were like one like word like quips. They were like, okay, think. What did she say? It was like
she was talking about Chris Zimmerman.
She was like, she said
directing.
Yeah, that they would be like apocalypse, and then like you were supposed to. That was supposed to be what you ran with. Like that's pretty cool.
But if they had, it's almost like method acting.
Yeah.
But like pretend method acting.
I had no idea. But hi, Saldus Ace.
In that case, how the fuck did Twin Snakes turn out that way? I don't understand.
What?
How the fuck did Twin Snakes turn out like that? Whatever, dude. Saldus Ace, what's up? Raguchi, thank you for the 62 months. Welcome back. Okay. Calls.
Hi, Raguchi.
They're talking about gun shit here.
Snake, stay alert. The KGB and GRU both have their sights.
Drunk method acting.
Should we make the game louder? Probably.
Probably.
The intelligence wing of the Soviet Defense Ministry's General
That's
Staff
much better.
Office. It competes with the KGB, which is under the Ministry of Internal Affairs. And the
Kiefer was probably drunk when he was doing that face.
Left hand, what the right hand is doing.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Now, added to that rivalry, there's a vicious power struggle going on between the Khrushchev faction and the anti-Khrushchev faction.
So Khrushchev is using the KGB, and Volgin and the anti-Khrushchev forces are using the GRU?
That's the idea. The two factions are fighting over Sokolov. We're in an extremely dangerous situation here.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Get Sokolov out of there safely. He must not be turned over to the KGB or to the GRU. Sokolov took off in the direction of the rope bridge. Get after him. Hurry!
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Paramedic first.
That area is home to the Sunda with...
No.
By the way, Snake...
There we go.
What?
What was that little lecture back there?
Lecture?
You were instructing the GRU commander, weren't you? Something about the first round or his hand?
I've trained success.
Yeah.
What was that supposed to mean?
Collected all. Oops. I thought it was muted. I turned around. It was muted.
Whenever he put a new clip in his gun, he'd always load the first round by hand, whether there was a round left in the chamber or not. It's a technique they teach in the Middle East. By making sure there's always a round in the chamber, you eliminate the risk of pulling the trigger with nothing to fire. He must have heard about it from someone or read it somewhere. In any case, he probably wanted to try it out for himself. And he was obviously motivated by vanity to show off his new technique. That's when you make mistakes. The battlefield is an unforgiving place. The only techniques you can rely on are the ones you've mastered through experience and practice.
Uh-huh. And what were you saying about him being more suited to revolvers?
When he fired, he was bending his elbow sharply to avoid the recoil. It looked like he wasn't aware he was doing it, but that habit can be either a fatal flaw or a gift.
What do you mean?
Automatic weapons use recoil to operate, so if you don't let the recoil hit you, it interferes with the operating cycle of the gun. Basically, he shouldn't be trying to avoid the impact like that. But with a revolver, there's no need to let the recoil hit you. Just the opposite. Avoiding the recoil lets you reduce the strain on your hand and arm. That kid might just be handy with a high-caliber revolver.
Handy? Are you listening to yourself?
What do you mean?
He's the enemy. Why are you giving him advice?
I
Snake.
don't know. For some reason, I couldn't help but point it out to him.
Snake, are you all right?
Yeah.
That's not what he says at all. He doesn't say that thing to absorb the recoil is a Middle East technique. He's talking about two different things there. He's talking about carrying it around in the chamber and bending your elbow to absorb the recoil. They're two different things. It's true. It's called it's an Israeli thing, not carrying it around in the chamber. That's practice of the Israeli army, and there's many different reasons depending on the sources you read as to why they do that. It's a training issue. It's a procurement issue. And it's a ranking issue, and it's also clearly it's a safety thing as well. Some people say that they do it because they can't even get like all the guns that they need, so it's just whatever guns they get their hands on. So as a universal safety feature with all automatic handguns, you just don't carry with a round in the chamber, so they don't have to learn how each different gun works with safety. The hammer, half cock, cock and lock, decocker, whatever. They don't have to bother with all that. Or it's also a matter of the ranking issue, because it's not exactly the most stable place in the world. There's betrayals, there's coup d'etats, there's bullshit with insubordination. So lower ranking people aren't allowed to carry with around the chamber, but higher ranking officers are. And like I said, it's procurement because they have a bunch of different guns. It's safety, and it's also like a ranking thing, and I don't know. There's all these different reasons why they do it, but basically, it's just you don't know what condition your gun's in when you draw it, and whether there's a round in the chamber or not. You just cycle it, so there is a round in the chamber for sure. But Ocelot fucked it up. Cuervo the Tat, yes. Colonel Cathcart, thanks for the 92 months. That wasn't even MGS Encyclopedia thing. It was a gun thing, but yeah. Yes, it's gonna be on the test.
Mr. Derek.
Now it's an interesting piece of I guess gun details and history, because it's called the Israeli carry. That's what Snake says, but what means by Middle East. But yeah, the thing with absorbing the recoil by bending your elbow just means letting a recoil hit you so it doesn't strain your arm as much, and that's completely separate.
Dr. K, we should call paramedic again.
Hold on, talking about gun stuff. Because obviously you don't need the recoil to cycle the action on the revolver. That's when you pull the trigger, it rotates the cylinder anyway, so... okay.
Snake, there are rats living in that area.
Why did we get the rat call?
Descendants of wild Norway rats that were
Now you
domesticated
eat
by
rats.
humans as pets and lab animals. They're not poisonous, and I don't think they'll attack you, but they're quick little creatures, so you might have a hard time catching one.
Uh-huh. So how do they taste?
Snake?
What?
They're rats.
I know what they are. Do they taste okay?
The guide says they're not that bad.
Good enough for me.
Ugh.
Let's get the Logan Paul here.
Major, have you been able to contact the boss?
No.
You really think it's bad reception?
We're looking into it.
Major.
Snake, you've got more important things to worry about than contacting the boss. Right now, Sokolov is out there wandering around the jungle alone. What are you going to do if he gets caught by the enemy? We're still looking into why we lost contact with the boss. I'll let you know as soon as we find anything out. In the meantime, it's your job to find Sokolov and get him to safety. Got it? Get Sokolov out of there safely. He must not be turned over to the KGB or to the GRU. Sokolov took off in the direction of the rope bridge.
Ah, come on.
Major, do you know anything about this GRU colonel Sokolov was talking about?
Yes,
Who is he?
a most dangerous man indeed. His name is Yevgeny Borisovich Volgin. His code name in the West is Thunderbolt. He's gained a reputation as the most brutal and cold-blooded of the Soviet spy masters. During the war, Volgin was assigned to the domestic branch of the NKVD. He was stationed in the rear of the Soviet line to catch and punish any troops who tried to retreat or desert. He's also notorious for his accomplishments in anti-guerrilla operations in the Ukraine and the Baltic states. Apparently, he likes to boast that he disposed of over 100,000 anti-communists. We also know that he was instrumental in putting down the 1953 insurrection in East Germany and the 1956 uprising in Hungary. He is truly a fearsome man. There's no telling what he might be plotting. Be careful.
I will. Major, what's this Granin Design Bureau Sokolov was talking about?
OKB 812. It's the same type of top-secret facility as Sokolov's own OKB 754. The director is a man by the name of Alexander Leonovich Granin. He's Sokolov's arch-rival, and the two have competed fiercely against each other since the days of the war. To hear Sokolov tell it, though, the rivalry was really all in Granin's head. In any case, Granin seems to harbor an unusually intense hatred for Sokolov. Knowing that Sokolov was protected under the aegis of Khrushchev, Granin threw in his lot with Volgin, the vanguard of the anti-Khrushchev movement. Apparently, Granin meant to use the funds provided by these opposition forces in order to defeat his old foe. Volgin, for his part, was intrigued by the possibility of using the high-tech weapons Granin created in the fight against Khrushchev. Thus, the two formed an alliance, and Volgin took the Granin Design Bureau under his control.
But now Volgin's got his sights set on Sokolov.
Yes, it would seem that he and Granin aren't getting along so well after all.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a PS2. I'll just use a HDMI adapter for a PS2. Well, we'll have the PS2 running with the real European Extreme Torture MGS Con. See who can do it.
Press the crawl button during a...
Okay. I think that's it for now. We can move on. For some reason, I really like the way that the boss says her line in this next scene. And she says, "My friends, let us fight together again." I don't know, I just kind of like that line. Stiz, thank you for the 98 months.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best GRU has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished!
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod.
the dreaded behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of phase 1.
No.
It won't be truly finished until we complete phase 2.
Phase 2.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the
Is
Colonel
that thing
gets his hands on
finished?
it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War.
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate.
I really should have left the
Didn't want
subtitles
to
in there
die.
instead of taking the whole screen with it,
Wanted
so
to
we
see
could
my
take
wife and
screenshot.
child again in
Is that
America.
thing finished?
Please, take me to America.
Also need a better picture
quickly.
about fucking borders.
They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Is that what?
They said that Volgan's their coworker. Let's get them on the show.
I can't tell if Vulcan is Vulcan or
And we could be like, "Hi guys, we'd like to introduce you to Carl 198282 and his coworker Volgan."
Your co-worker is Neil Ross. I think that's his name. I mean, he's about to be introduced. We can see.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, Vulcan's voice actor is called Neil Ross. I'm not sure. Why do I have this name in my mind? Fuck. We're about to find out. He's about literally to show up.
Yeah, it'll show his name, right?
Yeah. So the boss's voice actress is gonna be there at MGS Con as well.
Boss?
I do think that Logan also does a good job voice acting. Like his voice actor, I think. Damn,
Good
maybe
one.
we should try to get him there too.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
I just hear the news anchor from Family Guy. Okay.
Peter.
Diane Simmons.
What's that one? You're never gonna believe this. A man commanding bees holding another man of sedentary.
Awesome, Brian. Thanks for the 99 months.
Peter.
My friends, let us fight together again.
Oh, it's actually loud.
Oh, it's really loud.
It's the Radio Dakota
We
that's
will
quiet.
fight with you once more. Welcome back,
The bees.
boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
Welcome, readers.
It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Yeah, the Fear does have some sort of wire there, but he's also shrouded in the hornets from the pain for some reason.
Who Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
Kama Sutra, Kama Sutra.
If it isn't,
You know what Kuwabara means?
what does Kawabara mean?
I'll tell you.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Holy moly.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome
It's
to my
Carl's
country
coworker.
and to my unit.
Okay, I remember right. I remember his name. Wonder if we can get a hold of him.
What is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift
Mouth
for my
drop.
posts.
It's like,
Recoilless nuclear
he only
warfare.
does that for this and for the Fury's death scene. He's like, what
He'll
the
make a
fuck?
fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he?
He's animated.
Another one of your
His head like goes
disciples?
up or down.
Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure.
So
for
Kuwabara
us
is
cobras.
used to
He
ward
has not
off
yet
lightning
found an
strikes
emotion to carry into
in a
battle.
storm. Every time Vulcan's out, it's raining. And he says that, so he doesn't get
Think
struck
you
by
can pull
lightning.
the trigger?
The one time he doesn't say it, he does get struck by lightning.
Oh.
Yeah. You notice every time that Vulcan's out, it's raining, and he says it. He has to say it because he doesn't want to get struck by lightning. Except when he doesn't say it, that's when he gets struck. Oh, well, what do you
Cute.
know? The sound levels are off again. Why not?
He's seen my face.
Fuck it. These fucking sliders don't BS don't make any sense.
We can't let him live.
It looks like it's louder than my voice, but maybe not. Okay.
If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Yeah, what Awesome Brand said.
He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him.
You can tell Vulcan's rich because he was using brass
You can't come
760 by 39 instead of steel. Okay. I'm pretty sure they issued steel case in the USSR Army, probably.
I like all the memes they make here where they put different sounds in this part.
Oh yeah.
Different songs.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research.
It's actually not that small.
Shagohod is ours.
Like 760 by 39 is an intermediate caliber, but it's in the bigger side of the intermediate calibers.
I feel like she literally threw Snake into the water to save his life.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
She's like, "What are you doing on this bridge, boy? You gonna die. Get off right now." So what? I'll tell you, get back in the house. You park on the oil platform.
Thanks for the 9 years. There's a little subtle animation here. I don't know if people miss it, but when he turns over on his back and his arm that's broken hits the ground, he can feel it. It's like, ugh, for a second. It's kind of a neat little detail.
I mean, for
But
Snake to
now
end
he's
up,
magically crouching though in the radio screen.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah,
the music.
just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
I guess we'll have to keep
Okay,
asking
Snake.
people about the
Just
loading
relax
level
and it'll
feedback,
all be over
because these
before you know
lighters don't make much sense. Like, I should be a little louder in the game.
Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Now
Okay,
we need to
here
turn
we
it
go.
down. Okay. Sure.
Beep boop beep.
First, open the survival viewer with the
Oh,
start
this
button.
part is fucking quiet, though. There's that.
Select cure, you can start the
Hermite's voice
treatment.
just goes down here.
Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button.
Yeah, that was a
and
bad time to do
surgical
it
treatment
because
using the weapon
the
window
game is
button.
naturally quieter here.
Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to
Why
help
don't you
the
do
recovery
it?
process. To treat a bone
Yeah, that was
fracture,
definitely
first secure
louder.
the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it.
Fuck it.
For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant.
We
to
shouldn't
clean
be
the
talking
wound,
over the loud
sutures
scenes
to
anyway.
stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely.
Doo-doo.
Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Yeah, this is speed surgery.
I actually really like this part.
The whole survival medical supplies thing is kind of, I don't know. It's underused and it's mostly irrelevant throughout the game, but I guess it's a neat concept. And you can see this arrow over there, and my voice is too quiet again.
Do you think she threw the Sorrow off the same bridge? And he just landed in the
something
same
like
spot?
that. Yeah, she Sigint mentions that she killed the Sorrow at the same spot, pretty much. So, yeah, I think the Sorrow got shot in the eye though.
And then
Maybe
maybe
if his gun still
That
there.
would explain everything.
Oh no, Kiefer's gonna jump
He's gonna
into the river. It's oh shit, we could do like a green screen version of that GIF where Kiefer just jumps into random things.
hmm
Oh,
Yeah, you can cut it out the rest of it.
oh, interesting. I never
And
thought
then it would
about
just-
it.
It could be
Hey.
just the tree, or you could cut out the tree too, and like then it could just be him jumping into just the the river, whatever you want him jumping into without the tree. You get a tree
I
where
wonder if you can hack the game and move around here. What else there could be
um,
to look at around here?
um,
You can probably do it with
I
like a
feel like you'd
later.
have to load the level maybe because if there isn't an entry or an
Interesting that
exit point,
you can
it
equip
would
your
be
shit
really
here.
isolated.
You can equip things in your hand. I haven't done that in ages. A little bird cage. Snake cage. That's really small for a snake in there, but okay. You can smoke the cigar.
Like if I'm dying, I'm going.
Wait,
to,
you
like-
can use... No way.
Wait, what if you could see the Sorrow doing something? While
Oh, you can use the fake death pill here?
Oh. Wait, what happened?
And then he goes back to...
Wait, can you make that happen again? What did I?
No, I can't. We only did once. I used a fake death pill and then a revival pill, but
You didn't leave him dead long enough. Maybe something might happen.
I just wanted to see the revival animation. He just goes back to this. Usually he just stands up, but...
Oh, he's stuck.
That's funny. I should do that more often. So you can go into your backpack, but you can equip whatever you have left, so... Maybe next time we can try equipping some other items.
Is that the wind? Look at the line. It's like, oh, there was a lot
Where
of
the smoke's going?
It was, but now it's going upward. It was like dragging that way. When you
And so when you first equip it, it does a little bit of smoke, and then it disappears after a while, it seems.
call paramedic while smoking. While you're all messed up.
Snake, you're not done treating your injuries. Go into the survival.
I usually don't spend that much time in this area, in this screen. I don't do the calls, I don't fuck with the items. Let's see.
Snake.
It's probably just that, huh?
Snake, you're not done treating yourself.
That's literally all they talk about.
Call somebody else.
Well, there's no one else to call.
Call the boss.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
Like, what the fuck?
Hey,
you know where
bitch! What the fuck?
Ready to save, Snake?
There's
Ready to
probably.
say?
I wonder if she would talk about movies here too, but I think we're out of movie calls anyway.
She's like, have you seen 128 Days Later? I forget what happens in that, but it's something like this
Snake, have you
situation.
seen Mean Girls?
Snake, come back in one piece, okay?
Oh no, it's
wait,
127
wait.
days later? That's such a gnarly story.
Alright. That was kind of fun, the fake death thing. That's it. Nothing else will work. Okay. I wish we had more scenes like this, like eating and feeding yourself in actual gameplay engine environment instead of the little menu animations.
Yeah,
Oh,
but then
well.
you'd have to have a tree.
The trailers showed Snake eating in gameplay environment, but that was a lie, of course, like always. Who is this lady talking in my stream?
Papa? Who's this whore in your house?
What? I don't know. She broke into my house, but she's cute, so I'll let her stay, I guess.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Cuervo.
Shagohod.
Wait. I think it might be loud though. Like a click. That works. Try it. Okay, now you have control over it too. Nice. Okay.
Hotkeys. So, motherfucker, David Crockett.
Remember the A. Lamau.
A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
Sniff, sniff. Why is that funny? You should do an Eva cosplay next.
What are we going to do with the
You should do Eva cosplay.
Almost
Who is she?
really like this.
Apparently
Like-
she's Sokolov's woman.
I really like this version of her outfit too, where she's
Oh,
undercover.
her
Yeah. Her
what is
cover
it,
story.
like her USSR uniform.
Yeah, her Sokolov's wife's identity.
Is it a USSR uniform? It's what is this supposed to be? Because it's not like she has a ranking in.
No, it's just because, like, if you're gonna have her, if you're gonna put clothes on her, you might as well have clothes
guess
that
it's
are
one
already
of
on
their
base.
uniforms.
Yeah, it's just a clean uniform.
The thing that they got the thing on their shoulders, the ranking insignia is wrong anyway. Ocelot's supposed to be a major, but those are not major. Fuck, I don't even know what the thing is called on his shoulders.
She has spunk.
So hers are probably wrong too. And then Volga's a colonel. I'm not sure if that one's correct.
The little lipstick gun
Shall we
always
take her
makes me
back to
think
the
of
base?
kissing Kate Barlow
Perhaps we should.
from the book,
That's a real thing. All the weird things that she uses, the camera,
even though she didn't have
I think
it.
it's time I
the
gave this marvelous new toy a try.
lipstick, those are real
Colonel,
60s
even
spy
if they are
things.
our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. We are
Oh my
friends.
God.
Right, that's what they're called.
Defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow
Well, yeah,
Russians?
apparently it's wrong. That's not a major.
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel,
I mean, the Russian ones are different, but still.
It's
Piano
crazy.
Bomb, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Are you enjoying the stream? Welcome aboard.
Awesome. Prime
They have 5 helicopters for the Shagohod. That's the Fulton. That's
What?
when they're dropping. Remember the Fulton call yesterday? Zero said drop a coffin size thing. Of all examples, he has to use a coffin. He says we'll drop a coffin size box that contains the helium, the balloon, the rope. So that's what you see drop there. So that's the Fulton system there. But if you don't do the Fulton call, it could be pretty weird to see this random thing being parachuted down. But it's the Fulton.
and it's.
I wish I had the scene where he Fultons himself, but it takes 20 minutes apparently. Yeah, imagine if every time you Fulton somebody in Peace Walker or in Phantom Pain, it takes 20 minutes. Then
Ranking Sokolov's research facility gone nuclear.
oh my god, you're one of those people who says nuclear instead of nuclear.
Nuclear.
Oh, you have that in common
Okay,
with Kiefer.
sometimes I'll just be like,
Kiefer says
That would
That would
nuclear.
explain everything.
Kiefer. Okay, well,
Now the nuke doesn't have a parachute. It just fucking fired it, and it's like a missile. Nuclear.
wait,
Nuclear.
are there people that think that the Fulton or the
What?
Fulton kit dropping is the Davy Crockett? Like it just
That's what Twice just said. He said I always thought it was nuke. Right.
I mean,
Anyway, let's.
But that I think thought that at one point too, because it's like he shoots it and then all of a sudden.
Wait.
Well, I'm saying like the composition of that scene, it could just mislead anybody.
Because you don't do the fucking optional calls, then you don't know that's the Fulton.
I'm saying like just the visual composition of the scene.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Like
it
Davy Crockett
fires.
is a supersonic missile.
I mean, probably supersonic, but
Or I think it is.
they call it a mortar, but it doesn't mean it has
It's
to
not
do
supersonic.
the
I'm so
mortar
sorry.
trajectory.
It's supersonic missile. It's definitely
mean,
not a supersonic missile. I feel so dumb right now.
You don't know. Maybe
No,
it
I know
does.
for sure.
Maybe it,
No, it doesn't go that fast.
okay. I don't
I'm
fucking
so
know.
sorry.
The prototypes in real life, did they even like fire in real life? They mass produce them, but
No, yeah, it's not.
hold on.
Supersonic is a different kind of.
And in real life, they have tripods like this, see? Because they're too fucking big and heavy for a person to hold. But I guess Logan's a big guy, so.
He is a tripod.
He's
just pure muscle and lightning.
So.
Is anyone making fun of me yet for this?
Damn, look, you need a propeller charge and piston and then the thing. So technically, they didn't have two, they only have one, but whatever.
It'd be funnier if he was gifted the tripod.
Oh, they did test fire it. Look. Oh, of course they did. Otherwise, why would they produce it? Oh, there you go. Okay, the W-54 warhead. That's what it's called.
Look at this. I want this bag.
The bag, yeah.
The bag that it. Do you think it's?
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to read.
The bag.
I can't read and talk at the same time. It doesn't say anything about its velocity. Oh, wait. Oh, there you go. It does. It does.
It does.
The Davy Crockett used the weapon, experienced... wait, now this is a recoil. Acceleration. I'm trying to just skim through this Wikipedia article just to figure out how fucking fast this thing was going. This is acceleration, though.
If you maybe testing.
Damn, that's actually... There's actually quite a bit about it. Alright, fuck it. It was big and slow. I don't think it was supersonic either.
No, I think the only reason I said that was because.
But okay, but
it's
not an actual like mortar like trajectory. That's the thing.
Like
that's also what I was trying to confirm. All right, Snake Eater time.
Silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. A tree frog, it's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time.
flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload any three systems shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This Fox is still one step ahead of the Hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. I've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
And the curious things we raid.
Welcome, readers.
Oh, so there's a viewer doing rogue mod holds.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing
Lipstick
south.
mod.
I'm about to lose it.
About to lose it.
Context.
I'm about to lose it.
Hey, MJG, thank you for the 17 months. We're about to see this flying squirrel.
Really?
Yeah, it's in here. And you always have the mask. You just can't put it on yet.
Is that what that noise is too? It's like, like there's extra animal noises.
There's nocturnal animals here.
Like I could have swore
Snake.
I heard
Do you read me?
the flying
Loud
squirrel.
and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
Tom's Harry Dick.
You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yeah,
Major
that's
Dick.
Exactly right. At least that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square 0. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How'll I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lule Lo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
No pressure. Just World War III. If you fail. So one thing that actually I really want to go back to the PS2 version and check is the icon for the 1911. Because right now we just have the basic bitch 1911 with no notifications. But the icon is already showing the custom one. So it's a little bit of a spoiler.
The way he stands, he looks like a flying squirrel.
Yeah, I guess the flying squirrel is kind of like this too. So I wonder if the PS2 version, do they have, like, because they redid all the weapon icons. I don't remember if there's an icon for the regular 1911. Anyway, we won't need this ammo. Yo!
Yo! Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close.
Huh?
I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
You knew?
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
Do wars. Oh, that's the paramedic call as well.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to
I
hear
go
from
see
you.
through myself.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
What?
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you.
Huh.
Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there.
Huh?
You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
Alright, let's see. I finally solved the mystery that I was kind of confused why we couldn't get the drone call and the airplane that they used for the infiltration this time. Because I thought that call was in front of the actual wreck of the drone, because the call starts with, what should I do with this wreck of a drone? But actually, if you go that far, it's too late for it. You can't get the call anymore. You have to get it before that. So I think it's around now, somewhere. The flying squirrel, I think, is in the next area. We got this area and another one. Maybe when you drop down here. No, it might be here, actually. Let's see. Keep an eye out. Oh, no, that's a butterfly. Oh, there he is. Look at him. The little fuck.
It's so cute.
Look, he's about to go. It does make a little squeak sound when it flies like that, yeah. Chunky squirrel.
It's just like Icarus from Little Nemo. Not Finding Nemo, Little Nemo. A little Nemo, you take me from
But how does it taste?
innocence. It's so cute.
We're gonna kill it. You gotta wait for now.
In the cartoon, the princess invites them to the castle, and they get there. She's like, "Why are you in your pajamas? And why'd you bring your rat?" He's like,
Your rat.
and he just starts freaking out. He starts throwing the
Yeah,
like,
I lost it.
starts
Actually, I
throwing
lost it.
He's up there. I think he climbed up. But he gets so mad.
Oh, there he is. Hey, sorry.
I say R
I wonder-
squirrel.
R is raw. Anything that you kill is raw.
So if it said F squirrel, would it be fried squirrel?
Yeah, but you can't fry it, so it's not gonna say F. R snake is raw snake.
It's supposed to be like sea squirrel. If you're looking for me, oh my gosh!
See that? That's it. That's the stance. it's the same stance. Look. Like that. And like that. It's the same.
That's what I said.
What is this? Did they use the same motion capture for this? Master CQC.
See, you just give him a little knife.
Put a
Dana?
little knife and a gun in his hand. Yeah. They had a
You know,
Twin Snakes
even-
Otacon model in MGS3.
You'd make it, it'd make it even cuter. A little full-time balloon for sure.
Oh.
So you get a little cell phone charm.
He's dead though. Like, not pictured is the 45 caliber entry wound and an exit wound in his body. I wonder, there's another one somewhere, but I don't think it's not for a while. So getting the version of the call where Snake's already eaten one might be challenging. Where is the other flying squirrel in the game? I think it's in the area with all the traps where you fight the fear. So if I eat it now, we're not gonna see the next one for a while.
It's Fox's time. First time seeing squirrel.
Oh yeah, it's pretty hard to notice.
I didn't know about it for a long time.
Actually, paramedic also says it's hard to catch it.
Brother told me about it. He was like, hey, there's this really cute squirrel in the game that I know you would.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, really?
Do we do the call now or when we eat it?
Wait, is it a Japanese flying squirrel?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Japanese. Maybe that's why it's.
How many other? I mean,
No.
it's Snake or Naked Snake is.
Fuck, let's do the call. Come on.
Snake, unlike the Virtuous mission, this is a night operation. You'll be encountering nocturnal animals that you didn't encounter your last mission. Some of them are venomous, like the king cobra, so be careful. If you get bitten by a venomous animal, the
Yes.
Snake, unlike the
Come on.
I see you caught yourself a Japanese flying squirrel. Japanese flying squirrels are non-venomous, and they shouldn't attack you. The head, front legs, hind legs, and tail of the Japanese flying squirrel are connected by a membrane of skin, which allows the squirrel to glide from tree to tree. It says here that if it catches a good wind, it can fly more than 100 yards.
Yeah, I had a hard time catching one.
So, aren't you going to ask me?
You know it. How does it taste?
Not sure.
Not sure.
The guy doesn't say anything about it.
Why not?
Gee, maybe it's because no one would ever think of eating a flying squirrel.
Then I must be the first one.
Maybe you are.
I wonder what the version of the call where he's already eaten one is like. But, oh well.
Not so great.
It's not so great.
Was it worth it?
Maybe.
Gosh. You're a monster. How me and the boys forage for mushrooms.
Not sure if it was really good or really bad. They're like sick.
Very shaming convenience room.
Oh yeah, let me do the drone call. Should be here or the next area.
Snake, your first task is to meet up with Adam, the
Yes.
Like the Virtuous mission, Operation Snake Eater is a solo sneaking mission. There are no units in the field to back you up. Avoid engaging the enemy whenever possible. Your first priority is to remain unseen. Use the camouflage.
Ugh.
Unlike the Virtuous mission, this is a night operation. You'll get lost more easily in the dark, but it'll also make your camouflage more effective and make it harder for the enemy to see you. On the other hand, it will also be more difficult for you to see them. You'll also find that different animals are active. Some of these nocturnal animals are poisonous, so stay alert. Paramedic is with us again to
Okay. Yeah, our anniversary is April 30th, right?
Operation Snake Eater is different from the Virtuous mission.
This is the
in that you
AI
won't be able to
version
complete
of the
it in just
GW
a few
server.
hours. The time limit set by Khrushchev is 1 week. Within that time, you'll have to rescue Sokolov, defeat Volgin, destroy the Shagohod, and...
I know.
Good. In any event, you'll not be allowed to return until you've accomplished your objectives. Survival in the field will be critical in this mission, and the most important survival technique of all is, of course, finding food. You can get food in the same way you did during the Virtuous mission, by capturing it. The enemy presence in
Capturing.
the area is still light. You should try and get as
I
much
love it when
food
he
as
says
possible
area.
while you can.
Murder everything in sight.
Thanks to last week's nuclear incident, the Soviet Union is now on secondary alert. We're one step away from a nuclear war.
DEFCON 2, huh?
In American parlance, yes. From what Western intelligence has been able to gather, the radical elements in the Soviet command are showing signs of impatience. They say we're on the brink of World War III here. And with Khrushchev's position getting weaker every day, I worry whether he'll be able to hold them back.
1 week.
Yes, America must eliminate the boss by its own hand to prove its innocence. There is no other way to resolve the crisis.
Hey, Cookie,
Everything
thank
rests
you.
on your shoulders, Snake.
112
Failure
months.
is
Damn.
not an option.
I know.
How many times are they gonna tell him?
Major,
Oh, there
what
it
should I
is.
do with this wreck of a drone?
Just leave it there.
Are you sure?
Yes.
But isn't this thing top secret?
Yes, it is. After the U-2 spy
Said
phase
yes, but the
incident 4
subtitle
years
said
ago,
yeah.
plans were laid out for future spy missions in Soviet airspace to be carried out by an unmanned craft. That craft was the D-21 spy drone, the basis of the one you came in on. The D-21 is launched from a craft called the M-21. The M-21 itself is a derivative of the A-12, a supersonic long-range spy plane currently being developed as the successor to the U-2. However, for this mission, we used a modified YF-12A, a long-range interceptor version of the A-12. After being released from the mothership, the drone can achieve speeds upwards of Mach 3 at high altitude using its ramjet engine. It can't be shot down by ground-to-air missiles, and it's nearly undetectable by radar. With Selinoyarsk in such a high state of alert after our last escapade, this was the only reliable way to get you in.
This is all top secret military technology. Are you telling me I'm supposed to just leave it here?
That's right.
Why?
The purpose of Operation Snake Eater is to send an American agent into the field in order to eliminate a defector and traitor, namely the boss. Part of that mission involves making sure the Soviets find out what we're doing.
So we have to leave behind some kind of evidence that the U.S. was involved.
Don't worry. The technologically sensitive components of the craft were rigged to self-destruct when it landed. The only thing the Soviets are going to find is a pile of American-made scrap metal.
Got it. Just one thing, though.
What is it?
I think they'd better redesign the landing impact buffer. People are going to get hurt landing that thing.
I'll let them know.
Major, I appreciate you allowing me to use weapons, but shouldn't I be carrying some rubles?
You mean fake currency?
Right.
Snake, do you remember the Francis Gary Powers incident back in 1960?
Powers was flying a U-2 on a spy mission for the CIA in Soviet airspace. He was shot down and taken prisoner.
His confession brought to light the fact that the CIA was spying in Soviet airspace. As a result, the US-Soviet summit scheduled for 2 weeks later was cancelled.
Yeah, I remember.
U-2 pilots are required to carry items that mask their identity. Powers was carrying ruble, mark and lira coins, as well as French gold coins. He was also carrying 2 gold watches and 7 women's rings. All of these objects were meant to conceal his national origins. But for this mission, we've got to demonstrate to the Khrushchev regime that America is involved. There's no need to conceal your origins. And besides, all you need to do is complete your mission. As long as you're not captured or killed, the details will take care of themselves.
Okay.
The Soviet intelligence community must be up in arms about the boss's defection. The great Voyevoda has abandoned America and embraced the Soviet Union.
Voyevoda?
Apparently, that's what they call the boss behind the Iron Curtain. It means warrior or mighty soldier in Russian. When used to refer to a woman, it means something close to Lady Knight. In Russia, where they've had a number of female emperors throughout their history, it's a term of great respect, well, poetic in a way. The boss's exploits have made her name famous in the East as well.
Major, why did the boss defect?
I don't know, but I will tell you this. America is all too eager to get rid of her.
What do you mean?
She knows too many of our secrets. If she were to relay all the top-secret information she knows to the Soviet bloc, it would put us at a severe disadvantage. It might even lead to the downfall of the West. Even if we survive, the boss is still too much of a hero to us. With her in the Soviet camp, we'd suffer a fatal loss of morale at home. There are even whispers that some of the less stalwart elements of the military might follow her example and defect themselves. I assume you're aware that since your last mission, several key figures within the CIA have been placed under house arrest.
Yeah.
The loss of the boss has been a painful one indeed.
What about you?
Me? I still can't believe it. As a comrade, I would have placed my trust in her before my own family. But now that I think about it, the boss always seemed to have an aura of mystery about her. I never would have expected it to manifest in this way, though. Oh, well, it won't do to get all misty-eyed about it. She's an enemy now, worthy of nothing more than our contempt.
Understood. Major.
Yes?
I was just wondering, why do they call you Zero?
What do you mean?
We go back a long ways, but I just realized I never asked you why you're called Zero.
You want to know where it comes from?
Yeah, if that's all right.
It's a bit nostalgic, really.
Nostalgic?
The first British intelligence outfit was established in 1909. The head of the Foreign Intelligence Division was a man named Mansfield George Smith Cumming. He was referred to simply as C after the first letter of his last name. Since then, out of respect for Cumming, the heads of the SIS have traditionally taken the name of C.
And James Bond's boss is called M.
That's right. I myself was once known as O.
And that's where Zero comes from?
Precisely. In another sense, though, it signifies a ghost, one whose true identity must remain a mystery, the primogenitor of the solo sneaking operation.
Is that so?
Come on, guys. David O is his name, but yeah.
Snake, let's go over the controls for...
No, let's not. Okay, I think he's useless now. Quick save call, maybe?
You want to save?
Sorry.
Jesus, if only you had a way to mute yourself.
Oh, yeah. But do.
Why are you muting while you're...
I'm accidentally clicking.
Good luck, Snake.
Thanks.
Alright, give me a brief history rundown of the origins of the 1911 handgun.
I have nothing in my database.
Okay.
Firearms.
Oh.
Sorry, I know nothing. I'm a dumb airhead. Totally not a honeypot. Totally not a secret
Shit.
fishery.
Oh shit.
It's not like I can name every
Just
tank
a horse?
known to man.
Yeah,
You sure it wasn't something else?
I know a horse when I hear one.
Paramedic, are there any wild horses in Selino-Yask?
Do you really expect me to say yes?
No.
So what should I do?
There's only one way through that area. All you can do is move forward. Head towards the sound of that horse. It came from the north. Be careful.
Sounds like the Cobra unit's members' names came from the specific emotions they each carry into battle.
Emotions?
Yeah. For unbearable torment, the pain. For true oblivion, the end. For infinite rage, the fury. For absolute terror, the fear. And for unsurpassed bliss, the joy.
The joy?
It's another name for the boss, because of the joy she feels in battle, I suppose.
Ah.
During the war, she had a partner named the Sorrow. Sorrow and joy. They say there couldn't have been a more perfect pair.
Oh yeah. Are there any wild horses in Afghanistan?
Just white ones.
Just a one. Not even one, just one. There's one horse in the entire world. See, the snake is just hanging out there. And just punching in the face. F. Snake F.
Is that fresh snake? Friend snake. What is
I
it?
see you caught yourself a green tree python. The green tree python isn't venomous, so no need to worry. It's fairly docile too, so I don't think it's likely to attack you. The green tree python originally comes from Australia and New Zealand. It's a really pretty green color, and it lives... Oh my god.
What's wrong?
Snake, what did I just say?
They come from Australia and New Zealand.
No, after that.
They're a really pretty green color.
I thought so. What was I thinking? Seeing a snake and calling it pretty?
What's wrong with that?
Everything. When a normal woman sees a snake, she's supposed to scream or get sick or something like that.
And you think you're normal?
What was that?
Nothing.
Oh, it's all your fault.
Jeez, I'm sorry. But enough of that.
What do you mean, enough of that? This is serious.
No, I just wanted you to tell me how it tastes.
How should I know?
Ugh.
It was awfully pretty, though.
You think you're normal?
You're a real egotistical woman.
Nice. Oh yeah, we can hear additional horse sounds. Horsing around. I mean, you can kind of hear it without the directional microphone too, but yeah, you can hear it, but it's just not as loud. It's Kiefer around the corner, trying to give us Cuervos. I bet there's no actual horse model there. Until the cutscene loads.
If you were to ever stumble upon Kiefer in the wild with beer, more statistically likely he would be with a horse than not with a horse. I'm pretty sure. And he would definitely not have his shirt on.
Can you get a DUI on a horse?
Yes.
That's why he rides horse. Oh.
No, you can't drive a horse drunk. That is very illegal. Yes, you can.
Oh, that's not a workaround for his DUI habits.
Would it be like riding under the influence or commanding an animal under?
Snake, your gun isn't cocked. It can't fire.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
I mean, that's how she gets close enough to him.
What are you doing here?
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss!
I never noticed he drops his knife too, but somehow he finds it back.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here.
Pistol whipper with a grip. Doesn't have as much weight on it though.
Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous.
Here come the tumbling 556.
This isn't America.
People are like, what?
I love the flipping,
Shit, handstand. The tumbling bullets.
Yeah, the
People always ask why that happens, and I have to
That should stir things up
go
a
on a
bit.
gun rant.
You'd better hurry. The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me?
I can't tell if you guys are trolling
Your
or
old mentor, the mission or your
genuinely
beliefs?
want to know why the
Your
bullets
duty to
tumble
your
like
unit
that.
or your
They don't,
personal
right?
feelings?
They do.
really?
Just not that close to the muzzle.
Oh,
But
well,
they
I
most
could
definitely
see-
do under the right condition.
Well, yeah, but
But sooner
that's
or
like
later
straight
you'll
off
have
the
to choose.
muzzle.
Yeah, that's a little extreme. Straight coming
I
out the
don't
muzzle.
expect you to forgive me.
The knowledge
But
of
you
cheese
can't
bullet
defeat me
physics.
either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
You know, this is actually a really good time to switch to the developer save with all the guns
I'll kill you.
and the gear, so we can get the calls about them and mess with Ocelot with the revolver.
Go home.
Why does Peach Walker know it's illegal to ride a horse drunk? She's
She's
Kiefer.
Kiefer, she's worldly.
You're Kiefer. Damn.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
Always bothered me how calm Snake is after all that.
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come
flames.
looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing?
And
here
you
in
should
the
have a
first
fracture
place?
too in
There's
your
gotta be a
hand.
leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin. is
Peach
exactly
Walker.
the
No.
I lost my gun.
That's hilarious.
The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see.
So since the boss takes the gun here, your inventory gets reset and everything. Now is actually a really good time to switch to the developer save. But from now on, the inventory doesn't get messed with until you get captured anyway. So yeah, let's do that actually. Soft reset. Okay. So while we do that, explain why the bullets tumble.
Me?
Under the right conditions, with the right, or I guess technically the wrong ammo, that can totally happen with 5.56. So the boss's gun, the Patriot, is an early XM16 model. And not only it's cut short. Like clearly, the short barrel has to do with it because the rifling can't engage for as long with the short barrel, but it also has to do with the rifling twist rate, which is basically how many inches does the bullet travel down the barrel before it makes a complete spin, a 360-degree spin to stabilize. So with a short barrel, it doesn't have as much barrel to do that, and different versions of the M16 have different twist rates. So nowadays, like in the M4s, they have 1 in 7, so it means that 7 inches of barrel, the bullet makes a complete rotation. The older ones, like the M16A1s, have 1 in 12. And the even older ones, the XM16A1, which is what the Patriot is based on, is 1 in 14. So it's really
under the right conditions. Ads.
Oh.
People are missing.
I'm
out.
sure somebody's hearing this.
People are paying attention. And they're
So
slapped with ads.
if it's smooth bore, will the bullets tumble 100% of the time? Not exactly. I mean, it really depends.
Got it. Really.
They would start tumbling much sooner, but it's kind of crazy that they start tumbling right out of the muzzle.
All right.
But
hear me out.
Hold
It's nanomachines.
Okay,
and
never
Angelina
mind.
Jolie and that wanted wrist flick of the wrist, shooting around the. That's what. And she's bisexual because vamp or something. And that's
Of course,
the
a bullet
complete-
rotates inside the barrel. Why do you think it's called a rifle? Because it's rifling. If there's no rifling, it's technically not even.
Put this on the test.
So, I'm just explaining why. And the other thing that has to do with it is the kind of ammo you use. It's kind of weird. I don't know. When did they? Because there's two main 5.56 bullets adopted: 55 and 62 grain. The 55 grain was made for the barrels with 1 in 12, 1 in 14, 1 in 12 twist rates. But what's actually used these days is a 62 grain, the green tips, and those don't work so well in 1 in 12 barrels. So you can actually recreate it in real life as distances as short as 20, maybe 50 yards. You can see the 62 grain ammo tumble out of an M16A1 with a 1 in 12 twist rate. So it does happen. It's real. With the wrong combination of barrel twist and ammo weight, and also the barrel length of the Patriot just exacerbates the whole thing. But
I'm sorry.
it's okay. So it does happen in real life under the right conditions, or technically the wrong conditions, because you don't want that to happen, because it's terrible for accuracy. Although technically, if you're within that distance where you can hit shit anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of the Patriot too. Like, it's supposed to be like a
I'm
bullet
so sorry.
hose at close range.
I usually cough during the cutscenes.
Okay.
I'm okay. You can continue or whatever.
Okay, so we select the European Extreme. Let's go back to that part. Story select, Snake Eater, After Boss. For the distance at which the Patriot is intended to be used, it works. But you're not gonna make any accurate shots with that. But if you do get hit by tumbling bullet, it does more damage. Like, if it hits you sideways, then the force of the bullet is impacted, over a wider area, and it does a lot more damage. It's just sacrificing
Something's
accuracy.
tumbling at you. It's kind of like a saw
It's more of a
blade.
splash damage instead of a piercing thing.
I mean, if you got something boop 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 like that, that's not fun.
Instead of hitting you like this, it hits you like this.
It's terrible.
All right, hold on. So that's it's kind of a complicated explanation for people who don't
Who
don't know about guns. Like, you have to explain the twist rate, the barrel length, the different versions of the M16 barrel, and the bullet grain weight, and all that stuff.
You making fun of me because I don't know anything?
No, I'm talking about like why this explanation takes a second. Okay, here, holy shit, boss demo and game start. Fuck yeah. Infinite ammo in real life. You'd be rich just from the brass alone. The brass and
Maybe
the,
that would be
the
kind
lead.
of like a squirt gun with a hose on it.
A sprinkler with a hose. Alright,
Like, it
now,
just says-
now we're back here, but we have all this shit now. But I don't really care about all these weapons. I only care about... Oh, fuck. You know what? We should have maybe had normal ammo, but... Oh, it doesn't matter. I only care about having the single action army so we can mess with Ocelot. Yeah, we could also do a fork run like this. Hold on, let me refresh this real quick. Okay. So yeah, we're not supposed to have anything right now. We're supposed to only have stun grenades and a knife, pretty much. Not 999 of them. I could fix that, but it's whatever. Also, we can get the motion detector, the sonar calls, and the other stuff. So these are... That's actually okay. Wait, no. We want the black camo here. Yeah, there is a scorpion. You could pick it up in Groznygrad. Almost never pick it up though. It's kind of useless.
Do a little dance.
Do a little dance.
Yes, do it. Dance the whole time without getting caught. Challenge.
What?
Oh,
I already fucked
that's
up.
on me. I'm
This
just
is...
you can start
God
over.
damn it. We're... Oh my god. I completely fucked this up because of you. Now we have to improvise. Good thing we have 999 stun grenades. We can only use like 1 or 2 though. Oh, wait.
Control here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert
Hold on.
formation.
Saved. Saved.
I don't
Maybe.
know if crawling would help you, or would it? Has it changed the pattern? You might turn around and say,
A little bit, maybe. We might be late for the other guy now. Wait, maybe we're okay.
Or you can adapt, change strats mid-gameplay.
I think it's actually okay. That CQC range is insane.
Okay.
Nah, we're good. We're good. Okay, let's do... Ah, shit. You know what? Now there's the caution music in the background. If I want to do the calls...
What was the music supposed to be?
Well, usually I do the calls before they call in the caution, so there's no music. And we can do the calls in peace, but... Yeah, it's okay. Maybe I can't. It's extremely dangerous, but... I would have to take all of these 3 guys down to end the caution here. It's about to refresh when they find the guy. So like if I don't move to the next area in time, I'm gonna go back to 99. And now we can change. And oh, I didn't even have the right face paint. And now we're good for a while. I guess we can do the calls here when
Is this
the
your
caution ends.
Is this your favorite fit?
What do you mean, the camo?
Like,
It's OP as fuck at DPM.
that's what I'm saying. Like, is this whole set right here? Is this what your favorite Naked Snake cosplay would be? Like, you gotta have the DP.
And the cannon one would be Tiger Stripe.
I mean, the canon one's Tiger Stripe, but like,
Yeah.
if you personally wanted to just wear it, you would just.
I don't know. It depends on what you find. You would go to a
I mean, 'cause
military
you're wearing it like in the
surplus
list, right? But,
store,
like, in real life, when
find some Vietnam era equipment. I would do Tiger Stripe if I had to do a cosplay.
Tiger Stripe is ass. Fight me. See, he tried to say something about Tiger Stripe when you knocked him out. Toot, 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 toot. He's like, yo, is that Tiger Stripe? Nah. didn't see nothing. It's DPM.
What does DPM stand for?
It stands for...
Dick Pussy Masturbation. Wait, no.
Okay, it stands for... Wait, I got a good one. If I just sit
It stands for
disruptive
disruptive pattern material, but
disruptive.
you can come up with your own.
Hey, it stands for...
It's actually a British camo, so Zero should approve of it.
That would explain everything.
I wouldn't explain everything. Okay, let's do some calls.
A rope bridge, huh? You'll stick out like a sore thumb if you walk on top of it. To cross it without being seen, you'll have to do something about the enemy. A rope bridge.
Shit, is that all he talks about now? Because I'm too close to it? Damn.
He's like, that's a nice rope there.
Go back a little bit, maybe. That works. Oh shit, Snake's skating up.
A rope bridge.
Oh, what an asshole. That's all he talks about now. Maybe...
Or maybe it's because it's in the middle of a caution.
No, the caution's gone.
But he's still going to investigate.
No, that's not a caution, though. Oh no, maybe... Damn, I'm gonna have to change what I do here completely.
Yes,
maybe... Okay, hold
MGS
on.
is going to be streamed. Yes, it is.
Now that we're in the middle of it, sure, the game's quiet. Why not? Change the volume levels every 2 seconds.
DJ, DRK.
Major.
Oh, here we go.
Snake, the boss is your enemy.
There's the rest of the calls.
Adam is waiting for you at the abandoned factory to the north of your current position. Head north.
Do you think...
The enemy must have seen the drone explode. They've probably already sent out patrol units.
We literally just
You never know when you'll
went past them.
encounter the
Okay.
enemy. Use your camouflage wisely and proceed with caution.
Wait, I think what? What are you saying? What were you asking?
Oh, here you go. DPM stands for Don't Peep Me. Like, you know, like peep, like look, like don't look at me. Like you can't see me.
That's impossible. The drone shouldn't have been picked up by their radar at all.
Then how did she know? Couldn't have been a...
That's also out of the question. We've taken all measures to ensure this mission stays secret.
Then what's going on?
I don't know.
Don't pee on me.
Dwell on it, Snake. Hurry to your rendezvous with Adam. Head for the abandoned factory to the north. Watch out for enemy patrols. Stay alert at all times, okay?
Major.
She won't let it go.
Why did the boss betray us?
She's still...
Leave it alone, Snake.
Yep.
But
we've been through this before. Besides, asking for reasons now won't change anything.
I thought I'd find out if I met her face to face. I thought for sure she'd tell me, but...
Then you'll have to find your own answers.
By completing my mission?
Yes. Thanks to last week's nuclear incident, the Soviet Union is now on secondary alert.
Oh, we already did this call earlier before switching to save.
The Soviet intel...
There's 2.
Major.
There's 2.
A rope bridge.
Alright. I think we're okay now. Did the second intro again real quick. And paramedic.
Paramedic.
Oh, we did lose all the fact that we did all the save calls with paramedic now, so now she's gonna repeat some of them.
Saving the game, Snake?
Ah, that sucks. That actually kinda sucks. Now she's gonna talk about Godzilla again. Oh well. That's okay.
Snake, do you know the creature
Or
from the
no,
Black Lagoon?
no, but we already did this one as well. Okay. Damn, that kind of sucks. But I think it's worth it to have the single action army and all the calls with all the different camos and stuff. We might just have to spend a couple of minutes saving over and over to get through it.
Okay, good luck, Snake.
Oh, cool. Okay. No, we're good. It was just 1. That's actually really good. Never mind. Yeah. I did lose the Green Python call, so that's gonna happen again. A rat. That's not a big of a deal. As long as I really want to keep the mushroom call for after Granin, because they're talking about getting drunk in that call, and Granin was drunk, so they referenced him if you get that call after beating Granin. Go away. Okay. It's a little scuffed now because we don't have to pick up anything. And I have 999 ammo of everything, but whatever. For the sake of getting all the calls, that's okay. Haxed run. Oh, and we don't get to see the mousetrap that I left here because I switched the save around, but that's okay. We have 900 mousetraps anyway.
Ooh.
No, I am not throwing 999 stun grenades. Kefka, fuck off.
You know, it'd be a lot easier.
You know how long that's gonna take?
Just to open a new save file that has 0 ammo.
Fuck. Imagine doing this 1,000 times. No.
Should we throw every one, or should we open a new
What the
save file?
fuck, man?
There's 99 Teflos in the wall, 99 Tef grenades, you take one. Oh!
Can we just refund Kefka's thing, please?
Refund?
This is not... Yeah, you can refund it if you can.
Oh, if you can't.
He's a shitter anyway. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, just refund it. Fuck it. I am not throwing 988 stun grenades. Scam. No, you're getting a refund. It's okay.
Yeah, that's so funny. You should just throw them all.
Yeah, it's a swinging door.
Opening a swinging door.
I already did this call.
Receive stream. What the fuck?
Yeah. Now to meet up with this Adam guy.
Good. Go to it.
So where is he?
We weren't given an exact location.
How about a time?
Nothing was specified.
A physical description?
I'm not sure.
How am I supposed to find him then?
You won't need to.
Huh?
He'll find you.
I mean, I could go back and get normal amounts of ammo.
Sokolov. Adam might be in there.
I forget which setting it is.
Can you catch the parrot before your fight in the forest?
No, you have to catch the parrot during the fight at the end.
Really?
Yeah, he's only around those maps where the end is around. It is a little scuffed. I really should keep in mind which setting it is. Have normal ammo amounts for it, but that's okay.
Adam is a spy sent by the KGB to infiltrate Volgin's ranks. You'll need to be extremely careful in how you approach him.
Obviously. He can't let Volgin know he's meeting me.
That's right. Adam won't show up if you're being pursued by the enemy. Before you go to rendezvous with Adam, make sure you haven't been seen by the enemy.
Okay.
Adam won't show up if you're being...
Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Time paradox. Rykov's uniform. Should we go into the cutscene with this? Oh, we had the monkey mask too. Tuxedo monkey mask. Hey, maybe you can give Apache the monkey mask. Give him the we should challenge him to do it with a monkey mask. I mean, he can do it blind. So if he's blind in the game, maybe
it'd be funny if he was wearing Ape Escape.
Put a twist in his tuxedo run with a monkey mask.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they
I
sent?
forgot. I forgot the cutscene.
Are
We'll
you
use
Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots?
The password is boobies.
Trapped.
Get down!
I don't know what the fuck that guy was shooting at.
There is your answer.
So according to this introduction, Eva is the boobies.
The name's Eva.
Suzette Minette.
Just like Miller is the sunglasses, Eva is the boob implants.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were?
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
And then he proceeds to flinch the fuck out of that trigger pull. that was funny.
Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then?
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the
So
jungle.
right now he's not
You'll
listening
come to
at
a
all.
heliport
He's
used for
just
shipping
looking at the
materials.
gun,
Past the
fucking with the
heliport
gun.
and continue
There's a
north, there will
call
be a large
where
crevice. Descend
he
into that
can't
area and
remember
you'll
any of what she's saying
move
right
through
now.
the cave and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp.
Like, he's not listening at all.
After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
Knife gun.
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight. Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right, then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I want to save that for when I feel sick. Have paramedic tell me to go take a nap. It's that guy that sits on the chair in Evangelion. Did I say it weird? Where he's like in the folding chair. And he's got like the white collared shirt. He's got his head down. Shinji.
Sleeping allows you to imitate Jennifer Hale in Twin Snakes.
When he's like, I don't trust anybody. Get in the Eva,
Wait.
Shinji.
Boobas.
I'm still in a dream.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded.
We're surrounded.
I see. 4 of them.
It's the group, Pop Idol group.
We've got company. It's the
Ocelot Boys.
Let's get out of here. Hurry.
Ocelot Boy Band.
Don't forget your gear.
Ocelot is definitely the guy who leaves the group later.
give me
And like, he goes solo. It is I, Peach Walker.
Wanna give yourself a shout out? Like
Self-proclaimed idol, Peach Walker.
How do you do this? Is this literally just slash shout out?
I say I play Metal Gear games, but I never stream it.
I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you
Nice.
later.
Instead, I do silly dances. Soviet in sync. Oh my god, guys! I was thinking KGB 48. I love you.
No, please. The knife came out of nowhere with the tuxedo on. Alright, time to get serious.
Yo, that shit.
With my infinite hacked ammo.
I gotta be real though. When they shaved that girl's head, and then she was like crying and apologizing and shit. That's some real life Paz shit right there. She's all beat up, and they're like, "Look at you."
Paz was just doing an Eminem cosplay.
A what? A what cosplay?
Eminem cosplay.
Eminem. Oh my goodness.
That's what people in Ground Zeroes, you rescue Paz, people are like, it's Eminem.
The base feels so empty without me.
What am I doing? Hold on. No, we don't need the 6 spray. We shouldn't even have the 6 spray right now. Or all any of this shit. I just want to get the calls. We never hear the calls about these items because they're not available usually. They're not gonna talk about anything right now though because of the ocelots.
Wow.
I mean, it links to... What does it link to? Your profile picture? It does link to the channel.
It goes to my channel.
And also gives a little follow button. Fuck it, let's just do another one. Oh, shit, you can only do once per hour?
You know,
Why don't you do it?
Oh, okay. Twitch chat just told me that you have to wait 58 minutes to do it again. Today I learned. I had no idea. But yeah, there's a little follow button and link to the channel. I feel bad with this ammo or whatever. It's not like we ever have ammo problems anyway.
Wait, are you supposed to be playing with 0 ammo right now, even if you didn't?
No, 25. Not 999, but it doesn't matter because you always have ammo anyway.
Did you get your nanomachine refund yet?
And that's gonna be a problem to do ammo to 0. At least if it's not a grenade thing, I can do it technically.
Oh no. Oh, it doesn't work for mobile.
Oh.
I wonder if like my link thing does.
Down to 5. It's
Peach
pretty
Walker-
comfortable actually.
Peachwalker.koji.game. That's my link. It's pretty
We
simple.
could make you a command.
That's me! That's me! Thank you, viewer. I do play Metal Gear. I just haven't been feeling well.
This is still kind of unofficial still, but technically she's supposed to learn from streaming with me, and one day she will be doing Metal Gear streams herself. But we'll have to get a little more hands-on approach for that to learn more, but it's a good start, I guess. Hold on, before I take this guy out, because that changes the calls.
I'm taking notes, guys. Yes, Vanessa Marshall is going to be streaming
There are
today.
still enemies out there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, at least she's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be in
start-
Discord, and she's.
It's a
we'll
big
see.
event today.
Yeah.
She's been planning it. They have a big event planned
Oh,
today.
is the audio shitting itself? Do you hear it?
Hmm?
Is it just me? The audio is shitting itself.
It sounds okay for me, but maybe,
Really? Is it my headphones? Hold on.
maybe. She was here yesterday, and she's
This is weird.
doing a special stream today on Peace Walker. She's gonna be doing the tutorial, starting the game, and then
Oh boy,
she's
this
gonna be
is-
playing with viewers, people in the chat.
This is weird. My headphones are acting up. But are you guys hearing okay?
I can hear everything just fine. Here, you want to try mine for a little bit? Or wait, here, what if I try this other pair?
No, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
I had no idea why my headphones are shitting the bed right now. It's just me. Okay, at least. I feel like it would be easier to fix if it was...
Actually, I think... Yeah, that is me dressed up as Pez. I think our first stream together was the Twin Snakes stream.
I'm very concerned right now.
For your
Hold on,
headphones.
sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, I was just talking to chat.
What the hell am I gonna do? Oh, maybe... Hold on.
It's okay. You have time to figure it out. Now it's time for a Peach quiz. Oh, you're messing with the audio. Sorry.
I'm messing with...
Do 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 do.
Okay, I managed to fix it. Everything's still good for everybody else, I think.
All right, through my charade.
You're gonna do a marathon one day, yes. What is that?
It says, is Peach Walker actually taking notes? And I said no, and I said, they saw through my charade.
That's a good question.
I was taking...
Loganson, thank you for the 2 months. Risa, welcome back. Nordy, 194, thank you. Ultimate bitching about the boss now? I haven't gone too hard about it. Alright, I can hear now. Thermal Drill, thanks for the 40 months.
Snake, it's too early to relax yet. There are still enemies out there somewhere. Find them and eliminate them. Snake, it's too early.
Is that it? I guess there's no other calls. Oh, Sigan talks about the guns they're using.
Those rifles the Ocelots are using aren't AK-47s, are they?
No. They kind of look like AKMs, but they're different.
AMD 63s, 65s,
steel
63.
handguns, vertical type foregrips, and the muzzle suppressor is bigger.
A carbine version of the AKM, huh? Hungary has a unique modified version of the AKM called the AMD 63. I heard something before about them making a prototype carbine version of that. My guess is they probably imported some of those prototypes. If they're using a carbine version of the AMD 63 like I'm thinking, then they could be a serious threat. Those things handle better than the AK-47s, especially at close range. And don't forget, the Ocelots are elites. They're gonna be better shots than normal Spetsnaz, and you're that much more likely to get seriously hurt. Keep your eyes open.
I think the AMD 63 or maybe the 65, I don't remember which one, is actually the meta in Peace Walker versus Ops. In Peace Walker PvP, it's the best rifle that everybody used. I think it's because it has like the best spraying pattern or accuracy or something. And it's ADM 65 instead of AMD 65. Which one is the correct one? Because I know it's typed in one. AMD is the correct one, but Peace Walker I think is either typoed or maybe to avoid licensing issues is ADM. But no, AMD is the correct one. And you typoed when we were talking about the typo. Perfect time to typo.
Chat, who's excited for MGS-Con?
We have an MGS-Con message going on in a few minutes, so I thought you missed it. What?
How I missed it?
No, somebody in the chat, MJG, I think, was like, I had no idea.
I mean, I'm learning new stuff every day.
At least I have
MGS-Con.
infinite suppressors. I still have to pick up a suppressor here.
In LA, at Outer Hilton.
Outer Hilton. Oh shit, you're going? Nice.
If you guys want to see,
imagine he just learned about it 5 minutes ago and he's like, I'm going.
It's
nice.
awesome. Yeah, so there's still passes Right? They're gonna sell tickets that day too, right? Maybe.
Until
they reach the
14th, like the day before.
Okay.
I think.
I think as long
if
as
I'm
it
not
stays
mistaken.
under.
You'll be able to ask
how many people are allowed
the people involved actually, because we're gonna be playing with them soon on stream actually.
There's
like
probably
an hour or
exec-
so.
You know, and the cosplay contest, we're also gonna have signups that day
Oops.
too. So you can also sign up for the cosplay contest the same day. You don't have to pre-register for that and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I've been waiting for this moment. That's it.
This bitch is wearing perfume.
That's the stance. I don't think so. What? A female spy?
A female spy.
This bitch is wearing perfume. Stay where you are. I've had enough of your judo.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever.
I'd find to blow my nose.
It off as a collector's item.
The trumpets for Snake Eater.
Oh.
And you're forgetting one more very basic thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me.
We'll see.
That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left. This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn! This isn't over yet.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
You'll regret stopping me. Damn it! I've got to get back before he does.
Alright. This is where I would get the zombie face paint and the Gecko camo and what's the other thing? The life medicine call. Those 3 calls together. Back to back are so good. Okay, zombie. Gecko, bless you. We're gonna hear the character.
So sorry.
It's okay.
Can you do that little glitch at the window?
Oh, the glitch out the window.
Yeah, like the back one,
okay.
where it puts you on the roof or whatever.
Yeah, it's weird. I actually forgot about that. So if we break the window down here, roll through it, and go back. I mean, nobody would ever think about going there backwards. Like, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you put your back to it.
So if we
And you
aim
do the-
and go back, walk backwards. Actually, you don't even need the gun. You can just.
The do like.
Wait, no, you do.
I don't know the buttons.
Wait.
You gotta like make yourself go higher on your tippy toes or something.
What? No, you can't move while you do that. I've
you
done it
put your back
before.
to
You
it?
just walk backwards. So let's work with this camera.
Oh,
There you go.
what? That was easier.
So when you're falling that way, the game thinks you're falling off the roof. But you end up here instead. Yeah.
He's talking about the other window too.
Wait, let's do it again. Do I need the gun for this? Yeah, I do. I need to be aiming to go backwards and... The other window? What about the other window?
like so before when Sokolov's in there, that if you go through the since when you leave the door, right? Like when you leave out, it'll trigger the cutscene. If you just roll out the other window.
Oh yeah, when you meet Eva here.
Yeah.
No, not Sokolov.
Sorry, not Sokolov, but yeah, when you're in that.
I
room,
forgot to show that. It's not that big a deal.
it's still fun. I don't know.
Basically, since the scene with Eva triggers when you walk out the door, if
It
you walk
triggers
in the room and then leave through the window, you can avoid the scene. But it's kind of pointless. I don't know why you like doing that so much.
Yeah, because like it's just that there's that little invisible point in the game, and it's fun.
Okay. Okay, let's do these calls. There's probably a bunch of other story calls that we have to go through first.
The Gakurin.
Hey, Snake, remember back at the abandoned factory when you whittled the grip of that 45 down?
Yeah,
I've never heard of a customization like that before. Why the grip?
to fit it with a knife.
A knife? You're gonna keep the knife and the gun both at the ready?
That's the idea.
Why would you want to do that?
Sometimes a knife works better in close proximity encounters. So I equip both at the same time. That way I can switch back and forth in an instant.
Badass. So that's that.
CQC.
Knife, gun, knife gun. Vanessa Marshall is Olga's and Strangelove's voice actress. And she's cool enough to hang out with us and be on Twitch. Let's take a look at that. Modification that he was talking about. The grip has this little slot in it to fit the knife handle in it. Yeah, it's on both sides too.
Wow, ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Hamsterdextrous.
Hamsterdextrous.
Poisonous Zanzibar hamsterdextrous.
Okay.
Scientific word.
Poisonous Zanzibar hamsterdextrous.
Ocelot, those tire tracks on your face offer you no tactical advantage whatsoever.
Yeah, so the effect of the Gaku camera is that when you leave the menu with it, you can hear where the keratin is.
Wow.
So it's to help you find the keratin. Just kill it. It's still alive.
Oh my goodness. I never know what to do with my hands during these violent streams. This part, the violent parts.
It's almost dead.
Oh my god. What am I'm just supposed to sit here while you do this to Kero-tan?
It deaded. Okay, right.
Permitting
This is
against animals. Permitting.
sick. It's annoying when this thing gets out of sync. Okay.
Sounds like the
I already did this call.
Snake, You said Eva said her Mauser was a Type 17, right?
She has a Chinese pistol.
That model was produced in the 1920s in a weapons lab in the Shaanxi province
Seems
of China.
legit.
The cartridge part sticks out lower than the original to accommodate 45 caliber rounds. The barrel and chamber are a little bit thicker too. But most telling of all, it's got Chinese characters engraved on both sides of the frame like you saw. And that firing stance Eva was talking about where you hold the gun horizontally, that's a trademark of the Chinese. Just like you were saying, when you're firing in full auto mode, the muzzle jump effect gives you a horizontal strafing motion. They say it's especially deadly in indoor and close-range mop-up actions. The Japanese called it bandit shooting and used to dread it. Makes you wonder where she learned to shoot like that.
It's not actually a Chinese bike. I mean, they try to give you a hint that her gun is a Chinese imitation, but they also kind of throw you off because her bike is a Russian reproduction of a German bike. So it's not a Chinese bike. If the bike was Chinese too, then damn.
You know that army motorcycle that Eva was riding? That's a replica of a German model.
A replica?
Yeah. After World War II, the Soviets confiscated an entire assembly line from a German motorcycle factory, machines and all.
And then they took it back with them and started producing replicas?
Exactly. Originally, that motorcycle was designed to be used with a sidecar attached. That means it's got enough power to drag a 200-plus pound sidecar around.
So that's how she could pull off all those crazy stunts.
Uh-huh.
Her
Of course,
food
it takes a lot of skill to
history
be able to control that much power.
shows
That Eva chick is something else.
she wasn't lying when she said that she was fed the quality stuff in French, Italian. You can see that. It's not a bunch of Chinese stuff only. She really did have French and Italian stuff, so she wasn't lying about that. I think... Oh wait, we already have everything, that's right. I keep forgetting. I don't have to pick it up.
The Davy Crockett's that the boss took with her when she defected are mortars that fire nuclear warheads. They're named after Davy Crockett, the hero who died defending the Alamo in the Texan War of Independence.
Remember the Alamo?
That's right. The warheads are equivalent to between 10 and 20 tons of TNT. Every building within 150 yards of the hypocenter is completely obliterated. But the warheads the boss had with her were some kind of experimental super bomb. So they're actually even more powerful than that. I don't even want to think about what happened if she used it again. Snake, you know what you have to do.
Yeah, I know.
Got some life medicine, huh?
There you go.
Life medicine is a drug recently developed
Look.
by the Soviet Union for use in battle.
I saw.
The components are still a mystery, but it seems to activate the body's regenerative processes and makes injuries heal faster.
Well,
open the window and press the enter button to instantly replenish your life. Useful, huh?
Next time you
Grab an audience.
What's wrong, Sigan?
So,
never mind.
Paramedic likes to interrupt for the life medicine call and also for these other calls.
Snake, what is that stuff you're wearing?
I don't know. It's called Gakko.
You know what you have to do.
That means.
What?
Paramedic?
You've never heard of Gakko?
Nope.
Never.
You must live in a cave or something.
Well, excuse me. By the way, Snake, that outfit is really killing your camo index. Unless you want the enemy to see you, I suggest you change your clothes as...
Why?
Why? Because his camo index is...
Camo index, schmamo index.
Hold on now.
He's wearing the Gakko suit.
Why?
Because it looks cute.
Snake, talk some sense into her.
What's wrong with being cute?
Am I the only normal person around here? Snake, your face paint, it's...
I know. It's called zombie.
Zombie? What does that mean?
Beats me.
Are you serious?
Hello, paramedic.
You mean you've never heard of zombies?
Nope.
Never.
You guys don't know anything. A zombie is a dead body that's been cursed and brought back to life by a master of black magic. Supposedly, they revive the dead and use them as slaves. It's also seen as a kind of punishment. People who commit terrible crimes can be forced to labor even after they're dead.
Interesting. How do you know all this stuff?
I saw it in movies. Like White Zombie. Never seen it?
Nope.
Can't say I have.
How about Plan 9 from outer space?
No.
Missed it.
You can't just focus on the things you like all the time. You have to expand your horizons, try new things. You guys need to get out more.
Yeah, well, anyway, that face paint doesn't look all that useful. Go ahead and wear it if you want, but I think you should change to...
You don't need to change anything.
Why not?
It makes him look awesome. Doesn't it?
Look, arguing about it isn't going to get us anywhere. Snake, you do whatever you want.
It does make you look cool.
These 3 calls are paramedic butts in every time Sigyn is trying to talk about stuff.
He tries to talk some sense to
I like to do them all back to back. Let's see. Change into something. Change into a Cuervo. The next area, we're gonna see some Blue Point fuck-ups with the snake that looks like a knife. Wait, what should I wear? Hey. It closely resembles a knife. They just fucked up and they put a picture of the knife where it's supposed to be a picture of the snake. It's funny because it's one of the snakes that looks like another snake, so paramedic is talking about how it closely resembles the other snake. But no, it closely resembles the other knife. There's one. Snake D. And I think there's another. No, it's Snake E. They look similar, but the colors and the pattern is different. Something red touch yellow and red touch black. But yeah, they fucked it up and it looks like a fucking knife.
Wow, you caught a coral snake. The coral snake is a venomous snake that originally hails from the Americas. Its venom is a very potent neurotoxin, so don't let it bite you. If you do get bitten, go into the survival viewer right away and use Cure to neutralize the poison with a serum injection. The colorful red and black patterns on the coral snake are a warning sign. Apparently, the bright flashy colors and pattern let other animals know that it carries a deadly poison that keeps them from attacking. There are many animals that mimic the colors of known poisonous animals as a defense. See, by mimicking other poisonous creatures, they increase their chances of survival.
Oh, he's falling asleep.
There is another non-poisonous snake called the milk snake that borrows its coloring from the coral snake. You're not even listening, are you?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about something you're interested in then.
The taste?
Yes. It says here that coral snakes are pretty good.
Oh shit, I hope I can still do the zero call I was talking about. I think so. So now we get the milk snake call.
I see you've caught a coral a milk snake.
It closely
The
resembles
milk snake
a
closely
knife.
resembles the coral snake, but it's actually not.
How do you
venomous.
think you get the milk out of the
Even
snake?
so, you'll still
I'm
take
joking.
damage if it bites you, so don't
Joking.
get too close.
Does it taste good?
Is there a way to tell them apart?
Tell the difference between a milk snake and a coral snake.
It's pretty difficult.
It's
because
pretty
they do
difficult.
look almost exactly alike.
That's why it's
I
funny.
guess if I had to pick something, I'd say it's that the milk snake is much less aggressive.
How about the fact that it's a fucking knife?
Ah, I just thought of a better way. You're going to love this.
What?
Eat it.
Eat it?
Yeah. The guide says milk snakes don't taste very good.
Is that right? But if I've already caught and eaten it, what does it matter which kind of snake it was?
It doesn't, does it? Shoot, I thought I had a good idea.
It's strange she doesn't mention the order of the callers being different there when they're trying to tell them apart. But and it's funny because the entire call is about how to tell it apart, and it's a picture of a fucking knife.
I know. By the end of the milk snake call, she's like, "Well, I don't know." It's like, wait, you're the one that was you had such a strong start, and then you're at the end of it, and I'm asking you.
Alright, let's get the caller's snake as an idiot.
What?
Yeah, one of the many calls where Snake is an idiot. I think we can still get it.
It looks like you've got rid of all the ocelots.
Well, the
Yeah. Now proceed with the rescue of
Zero
Sokolov.
just treats him like a
According to
kid.
Eva, you should start by going to the crevice to the north and...
Can we trust her?
What's that?
Eva is with the KGB, isn't she? Can I really believe what she says? How do I know she won't double-cross me?
There are no guarantees in espionage, Snake, only calculated guesses. At this point in time, the KGB stands nothing to gain by stabbing us in the back.
So you're saying I can trust her?
I'm saying the chance that she'll betray you is low.
Ah.
Of course, we checked the route she gave you against our own data. It looks like a pretty solid infiltration route. It makes good use of weak spots in the enemy's defenses. You shouldn't have any problems. Follow the route Eva showed you and proceed with the mission.
Roger.
First, enter the cave through the crevice. Eva said it was to the north, so
But-
head that way.
But which way is it?
That swamp seems pretty deep. It's
I think maybe we need to get away from the swamp if that's all he talks about. Hold on, let me go back here real quick. Oh, and also... fuck it. Technically, we had to do it twice if you want to get all the calls, but it's okay.
Snake, did you find food?
Yeah,
You sound happy.
I am.
Oh,
Do you know how to eat?
this is the other call. That's weird, we
Then
gotta
let
hear.
me explain.
How do I eat? Herb.
First, enter the cave through the crevice. Eva said it was to the north, so head that way. Eva was right when she said that operating in an unknown jungle at night is extremely dangerous. In my former outfit, the SAS, we'd always be sure to set up camp before sunset and wait until daybreak before setting out again. Being able to stay in that abandoned factory made things a lot easier for you. You ought to be thanking Eva.
Major, what's this temptation Eva was talking about?
In the Old Testament of the Bible, Eve was seduced by a snake into tasting the fruit of knowledge. By eating the forbidden fruit, Adam and Eve disobeyed God's command and were cast out from the Garden of Eden. Thus, it was the snake who led mankind into original sin.
Come to think of it, I did break a rib in the Virtuous mission. Maybe that's where Eva came from.
But the one who tempted Adam into eating the forbidden fruit was Eve. You may be working together, but she's still a KGB operative. Don't let your guard down.
I don't intend to.
She was seduced by the beef.
Snake, your number one priority in this mission is rescuing
Here we go.
Sokolov. Eva said he is in the lab, so head over there.
Right.
Right.
Do you remember how to get to the lab?
You mean what Eva told me?
Yes.
Of course I do.
All right, repeat it for me.
Major, do you think I'd forget something like that?
Let's hear it then.
First I head
Let's
north,
hear it then.
Mm.
and then I'll come to a crevice,
And then?
and then...
All right, let's go over this one more time. First, head north through the jungle. Enter the cave through the crevice to the north. Follow the cave to the end and you'll come out in an aqueduct surrounded by mangrove. Follow the aqueduct to the north and you should arrive at a warehouse. Climb out of the water and enter the warehouse. After you've infiltrated the warehouse, pass through it to the north. Then you'll emerge in the woods again. The lab will be directly to the north. Are we clear now?
Yeah.
He still doesn't get it.
Snake,
I got it. Basically, I just head north, right?
I love that at the end. He still doesn't get it. And he's like, just go north then? It's Zero's just at that point. He just gives up, man. He's had enough. He's like, ugh. This guy's fucking stupid. There's no hope. It's one of the many calls where they just treat him like an idiot. Let's hear it then. Okay, so just wanted to get away from the swamp, because otherwise he wouldn't talk about it, I think. Wait, when you said I should die once, Kefka, is it for, to show off the death roll? Because I guess it's a pretty cool detail. If you're swimming, you piss off crocodile while you're swimming, they come after you, with the death roll. Hey, now that we're actually swimming, let's piss this guy off. And they start going at turbo speed and get behind you and death roll you. He has to notice though. He hasn't noticed yet. Here we go. Turbo speed and whoa. Nice. Damn. Damn.
Snake! What the hell happened? Snake!
It's pretty cool detail. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go a little further so that Eva shows up, because right now we can't call her until we go past the water here. I can go this way. I already had the croc cap. Can do the croc cap calls as well. Although if I do it later, when the Sorrow shows up, it's funny because those calls are bugged. There's no calls are supposed to trigger during the Sorrow fight. But the croc cap does trigger. What am I doing? Oh. Bug spray, bug juice, monkey mask too, why not? I have a bit of a bug juice problem, addiction. I can't.
You want ants? This is how you get ants.
I can't stop doing bug juice.
Ants, the crave bug juice. He's looking.
The book here 4, thank you so much for Prime Sub. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Welcome aboard. Here's some more bug juice. We actually don't need that much, but it's funny because we have a little bit too much of everything right now. But how does it taste? Oh, is he eating it? But how stupid Snake is in this game, he's probably drinking the bug juice instead of spraying it on his body.
Snake, are you there?
Okay, as she shows up, we can call her.
Did you make it without any trouble?
No one saw me.
So you're back with Vulcan.
In a matter of speaking.
What about the boss?
Yeah, she's here too.
Better be careful.
Thanks, I will. The boss and I get along pretty well, though. I guess we traitors have a lot in common.
Why would anyone want to defect? Betraying your country like that, I just don't get it.
Are you talking about the boss?
Why do you do it? Weren't you born and raised in America?
Yes, in a small rural town. I never even knew there were other countries, other cultures, other ways of thinking. Until I went to work for the NSA. And one day, I found I'd lost faith in the things I wanted to do.
What did you see? What was it that made you want to change sides?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I saw the universe.
The universe?
Not the actual universe. The universe as the intelligence community sees it. I realized that the gravity in this universe was holding me back. That's all. People and countries are both changed by their environment and by the times.
That sounds like what the boss was saying.
There's a world of difference between this country and America. But it's only a difference of position, a difference of perspective. Coming here made me realize something. Half of what I'd been told was a complete and utter lie. The other half was a conveniently constructed lie.
Where's the truth then?
It's hidden in the lies.
Are you lying too?
Who knows? I've been trained to make even the most severe falsehood sound like the honest truth. Weren't you?
No. I believe because I have to, even if it is a lie. That's part of my mission.
I'll have to remember that. If you need me, give me a call on the radio. My frequency is 142.52. See ya.
Elantros 15, thanks for gifting a sub to Soulsayer. The solution to bug juice addiction isn't cilantro? No. More bug juice. Okay, so now...
That's not how you fix addiction.
What are you talking about?
Stop. Get some help.
Get some help. Now that she's available on the radio, we can head back and call her about the previous areas. Because she has at least one call for each area that explains what the name of it means and why it's called that. And it's cool that if you go back, she also has calls for those areas. And also she has calls for the areas where you can't call her, where like during the bike chase, the boss fight and everything. She gives you those calls in advance. She tells you about those areas in advance. The solitaire now gift the sub to Luntress15. So you guys just gifted a sub to each other. You could have just subbed it in the first place and skipped the step. That's funny. Nice.
Gotta spread the GMP.
I guess. Okay.
Where do you think Muff comes from?
Muff comes from GMP.
No, from giving stuff.
From spreading it too much.
Stuff. It's like, where's the stuff go? I don't know. It's Muff now. And then now, a gifted sub. GMP, Muff, whatever you want to work with.
Oh, there's a guy here who's kind of weird. I'm just going to... Oops. Look at this guy's animation here. He's doing like neck stretches or something.
Oh, he's extra?
He's weird. Look at him.
He's guard number 4? PMC troop. Wait, which one is he? Oh, what?
I don't know.
Guard number 7?
He has a scorpion too. If you stand there, he actually sees you. Oh, I'm gonna grab. We could have the AK at this point. Ah, shit, I was too slow. That was way too slow. I forgot that it takes a while for that animation, I guess. I just get rid of this guy again. There you go. Look at him. He's still going. He's still going. Still going. We should hear a splash soon. Maybe. Is he? He's still going. Come on. The cliff is pooping him out.
You should get it for PlayStation 3. So you can play MGO and Peace Walker with us.
Splash. Yeah, don't play Metal Gear on Xbox. Holy shit. I mean, technically, since it's backwards compatible, yeah, it's more accessible, but the controls are ass. You can't play online with anybody, and it's just not meant to be, but... Well, there are ways. Besides on PS3, it's a little expensive now because I think it's out of production, but
I think
PS3,
someone was saying the last price they saw was $90
you can get the Legacy Collection, which even at $90, honestly, it's kind of worth it. Because it's like how many games is in there? Like
just chilling on a classic.
There's MGS1, VR Missions, Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2. I'm trying to list the games here. So there's Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2, MGS1, VR Missions, MGS2, MGS3, MGS4. Technically the 2 visual novels, but we don't count those because they suck. So it's like 7.
Hold up, okay? We gotta talk about the visual novels right now. Okay?
No, they suck ass. Please, just don't. They don't exist. I don't.
Guys, this is a perfect time to tell you I'm working on a graphic visual novel, and
as long as it's
everyone
not
will get to hear his DRK's opinion.
You got me caught. What?
I made you die?
Yes.
I'm having flashbacks to my child. When your brother telling me you made me die. My little brother was so mean when he was like, "This is all your fault. I died in the game." I was like, "Bro, I wasn't even touching the controller."
I thought you wanted to actually talk. Yeah, but you're very distracting. I was trying to list the games.
Honeypots usually are distracting.
And
They're like, "Yo, bro, you're on a mission." Me too. My mission is to distract you. Oh, you failed your mission? Oh yeah, no, I can't meet up with that bard.
Fuck. Again, fucked up again. I shouldn't have used the lethal gun. Now there's it doesn't matter if I just go here. My goal was to make it to this area so we can call Eva about it. She is very distracting. You have no idea. I'm also kind of sleep deprived, so there's that. Let's see. Finally, we're here. You can call Eva about the area.
That forest is known as Dremuchi. It means the untouched forest in Russian. The name says it all. Dremuchi is a pristine jungle at the far edge of Selinoyarsk, untouched by human hands. The forest is so dense that large units can't penetrate it, making it a natural defense. That's why Sokolov's research facility and Groznygrad were built here. But more to the point, what are you doing all the way out there? You're not thinking of abandoning the mission, are you? Get back to the north.
And since we're back here, she's like, what the fuck are you doing there? Okay, that's all I wanted to get. Let's do some save calls as well.
You want to save? Snake, have you heard of It Came from Outer Space?
Yeah, you told me already.
So this astronomer sees a meteor, but it's really an alien spaceship, right? And the aliens start replacing the townspeople with clones and forcing them to help repair the ship. The 3D effects were quite realistic.
I've got all the real I can handle here in the jungle.
No, you don't get it. Precisely because it's realistic, with the images jumping out of the screen at you, it makes for a nice escape from reality. I have to admit it made my eyes tired, but it was really intense. Unfortunately, they don't make very many of those movies anymore.
When did it come out?
I was still in college, so probably about 10 years ago?
Guess I'm out of luck then.
You know, they're coming out with household versions of video cassette recorders. One day you'll be able to see old movies anytime you want. It'll be like having a movie theater in your own home.
Really?
It's like if you had a record with movie film etched onto it instead of music. It'll work the same way.
You're kidding.
No, really. And someday they might make movies where you control the characters yourself.
Sounds like magic.
It'll happen. Make sure you stay alive to see it, Snake.
Alright, we get the other call here, this area.
You want to save? Hold on a
Wait,
sec.
that's not Eva, but we might as well fucking get the save call too. She has a bunch of movies to go through anyway. Yeah, some of these we went through, they're so good, but watching movies from home,
Have you ever
where you
seen
control the
Forbidden
characters.
No, can't say I have.
It's about this expedition that goes to the planet Altair 4 in an ultra-fast spaceship. When they arrive, they meet the survivor of the last expedition, Dr. Morbius.
Yeah, she's going through some of the same calls
Dr.
again.
Morbius
That's
was
okay.
exploring the planet along with his daughter Altera and the versatile Robbie the robot. Ignoring the doctor's warnings, the expedition team is suddenly attacked by an invisible creature called the Monster from the Id. The special effects they used for the science stuff were really neat. I wish I had a robot like Robbie that could make anything I wanted it to.
I'm more interested in that invisible monster. If I were invisible, I wouldn't have to bother hiding or wearing camouflage.
Maybe someday you'll be able to turn invisible.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
No, you can't go all the way back to where the Virtuous mission starts.
You have to.
There's you can't even go back to where the Snake Eater mission starts because you jump off a cliff and then you can't climb back up, so that's the point of no return. But as for where the Virtuous mission starts, I know I remember you can't go all the way back there, but maybe you can. Maybe you can. Actually, yeah, you can. You can. If I remember right, there's a Markor there now. Yeah, no, I think you can. But the reason that I don't is because the area name is the same. So if all I care about is getting the call about the area name, then here is enough. But we should be able to. Actually, I don't know where these people are now. I remember a Markor there, and the Markor is definitely not there on the Virtuous mission, so it has to be now. Yeah, you can go all the way back. It's the Snake Eater starting area you can't go back to after you drop down. That's weird coming here to the swamp after all that stuff happened, actually. Ah! Maybe, wait a second, is this area different? Man, I haven't done this in a while. Maybe there is another. No, it's all called Ramuchi, so I don't think there's a call. Maybe, oh, it's from Zero. Yeah, there it is. I think there's a call where Zero's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're abandoning the mission? And then there's a Markor. It's weird. What's up? Goat abuse. You would do this if you wanted to get the Kerathans, because the Kerathans are different between the two missions.
First, enter the cave through the crevice. Eva said it was to the north, so head that way. Snake, let's go over the...
Oh, why is he not talking about abandoning the mission?
Snake, I heard you got a scientist disguise from Eva.
You can do this call now.
Go to uniform on the camouflage screen and choose scientist to disguise yourself as a scientist.
Scientist, huh?
But it won't do you any good to go around the jungle wearing a scientist disguise.
No one would be that stupid.
You're right. No one would think of going around the jungle in a scientist disguise. If they did, they'd have to be a fool. No, more than a fool. A complete dumbass. Don't you think so, Snake?
Yeah.
So, you would be a complete dumbass to put on scientist disguise in the jungle, right? Only an idiot would do that, right? Yeah, about that.
Big boss.
Okay, I'm a scientist in the jungle now. Just hanging around like this for a second. And...
Snake?
What's wrong, Major?
I should be asking you the same question. Why are you wearing that outfit?
I wanted to try it on.
Did you listen to a word that I said? What are you thinking, dressing like a scientist in the middle of the jungle? Look at your camo index. You're a walking bullseye. Get back into your camouflage now.
Lighten up.
What was that?
Nothing.
I love that there's actually a call for doing it after they warn you not to do it. And then you do it. Unfortunately, it's not the same for the Tsuchinoko and the parrot. So it's similar. When you get the Tsuchinoko, they tell you under no circumstance are you to eat it. And if you eat it, nothing happens. There's no call about it, unfortunately. And something similar with the Ents parrot as well. When paramedics like don't even think about eating such a cute little bird, and then you eat it, and then she doesn't say anything about it. Unfortunately, is this thing gonna wake up? I don't think we can wake it up with kicks like a guard. Nope. Okay. Alright. So I guess the call where Zero is worried about Snake abandoning the mission, it might be in the next couple areas actually.
I see you have the bug juice equipped.
Oh, nice.
It's useful for keeping the bugs away. If you open the item window and press the enter button, you'll be able to keep the nasty critters like hornets and leeches at bay for a brief period of time. Use it well.
Weird call. I mean, it's just a pretty simple call. Alright, fuck it. Let's get back to the other area. I forgot that not only you can't, you have to get all the way back here if you want to get all the keratins. It shows that I haven't done a keratin run in a while. Maybe we should do one soon. It looks kind of a pain later in the game, but that's okay. The emblem you get for it is kind of cute. That's worth it.
A Gakko or a keratin?
What?
Is it a Gakko or a keratin?
It's a I mean, it's a. There's. Hold on. You had me question it for a second. No, it has to be a keratin. Is there a Gakko emblem though? No. That's just a camo. Yeah, no, it has to be the keratin emblem. Just a little drawing of the keratin. So it should be this area, maybe, where we get the call.
First, head north through the jungle. Enter the cave through the crevice to the north. Follow the cave to the end and you'll come out in an aqueduct surrounded by a mangrove. Follow the aqueduct to the north and you should arrive at a warehouse.
It's probably not this one.
Climb out of the water and enter the warehouse. After you've infiltrated the warehouse, pass through it to the north. Then you'll emerge in the woods again. The lab will be directly to the north. First, head north.
Major, tell me a little bit
Oh, you
more.
can still get the space race call. This I already got it yesterday.
Snake,
I wonder why he's not.
Snake?
I might have missed it.
Do you like keratins or Gakkos more?
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe the Gakko.
Okay, so like I could see maybe doing some like cute
Go to sleep.
Gakko space buns, and you could put like the little frog eyes on, or not Gakko, keratin. You put like little like frog eyes on green hair or something, and then like for a girl it could be like a yellow bob for Gakko or something. You can make like little.
I think one of them is actually supposed to be a girl. One isn't.
I mean, I think.
Well, I don't remember which one.
Are they from the same creator, or are they?
Yeah, they were made for MGS3 promotional material.
Wait.
Yeah.
They're specifically.
Snake? Camouflage.
They were created for Metal Gear.
Yeah, they're. I thought they were some sort of side thing too, but no, they were actually made for MGS3. And there's some promotional material, some children's books with it.
I want to know.
Alright, you know what? On that.
Keratins. So it's like, are you frog or duck? You know, kind of stuff too. Because like the rubber duckies.
Ducks are cuter.
And I do. There's literally a duck bag that I've been looking at on Amazon. It's not even that expensive, but it's got like a duck face and it looks like Gakko. But it says it's a different. I think it says like BB Duck or something is the brand or something.
Alright, guys, we're gonna take like a 3-minute, 5-minute break, and the time has come, and so have I. We're gonna switch to Peace Walker. We're gonna do co-op with, well, some of the MGS Con people and Vanessa Marshall and everything. So we're actually going to join them in Discord. They're going to be on stream and stuff. And okay.
Snake, have you seen Earth versus the Spider?
Nope.
It's about this spider that suddenly mutates into a giant monster. They bring it into the city in a state of hibernation, but it wakes up and starts wrecking the place.
Yeah.
So why did the spider turn huge?
I told you, it suddenly mutated.
Yeah, right.
Snake, it's people like you that take all the fun out of watching movies. Always nitpicking and taking things too seriously. Honestly, why even bother? Look, the important thing isn't that it got big.
Then what is important?
The fact that there's a huge spider destroying the city. Suspend your disbelief. That's the whole point of movies.